This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Neshannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIL 2A Girls Champions, the Neshannock Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Swing and miss! Union wins it! Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Working down inside, and alley-oop to Johnson.
She'll strike it. And score! For the record, folks, we got it!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Bob Legge Stadium, 47-degree night in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Tonight it's the WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals between the second-seeded Neshannock Lancers at 9-1 overall, hosting the 10th-seeded Beaver Falls Tigers at 6-5. Tonight's game is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George, the Red Zone, Castle Asphalt, Newcastle Transit Authority, the Washington Center Physical Therapy, Madur Bonner Law, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, Health and Motion Physical Therapy, Pontius Insurance, Joseph's Marketplace, Door and Concrete, Gem Builders Incorporated, Works in Progress Paint Services, BMF Tax and Financial, City Rescue Mission, Something for Your Wall Photography, the Tri-County Principals Association, the Laurel Teachers Association, Union Area Education Association, Shenango Teachers Association, and Union Volunteer Fire Department, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Eric Thomas and Tyler Polk with you here tonight. It's a gorgeous night for playoff football, the quarterfinals of the WPIL tournament. These two teams are not unfamiliar to one another. They've met 4 times over the last 3 years, including earlier this season. They're both MAC opponents of each other, and they played a pretty good game about 2 months ago, won by Neshannock in overtime on a 2-point conversion stop, 27-26. Winner tonight goes on. Loser season is obviously done.
And that's the best way they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. Neshannock coming up huge on that 2-point conversion after that touchdown from D'Italian Buford on an 8-yard pass from Deshaun Anderson. And when you take a look at it, that really spells the season for both teams. Neshannock 4-0 in games decided by 6 and under points. And on the other side, Beaver Falls 0-3 in the same type of contest. So now it's all about, well, seeing if Beaver Falls can right that wrong, or can Neshannock keep it going and make it back to the semifinals for the second year in a row?
Neshannock is on a 9-game winning streak. They have not lost since week 0 in the opener against Sharon, so they have been red hot. Of course, they won the MAC Conference Championship 2 weeks ago right here on this very field, the final regular season game of the year. And they had a bye last week, so they didn't play. Beaver Falls had to go through Keystone Oaks. As we do take a look at our bracket here tonight in the WPIL Class 2A tournament. And our brackets are brought to you by Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen, family-owned and operated general contractor for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allows us to help any project and meet any challenge. Building our community for 70 years, visit gembuilders.com for more information. And the bracket looks like this. We got the quarterfinals here tonight. On this side of the bracket, it's Neshannock and Beaver Falls, and then Washington and McGuffey. Very interesting quarterfinal between the 3 and 6 seed on the bottom half of it. And then over on the top half of it, you've got the number 1 seed, Steel Valley, who got a bye last week. They will take on that high-powered passing attack in Western Beaver, winners last week over Sarah. And then the other quarterfinal tonight, which you can listen to through the Lawrence County Sports Network, Amani Christian and Mohawk. So those two will meet in one semi. Neshannock will meet the winner of Washington and McGuffey in the other semifinal. Those will go to neutral sites next week. Sites and times to be released tomorrow afternoon by the WPIAL. Audio coverage of tonight's WPIAL playoff game is brought to you by the Sons of Italy Lodge, number 1171. We thank them for their sponsorship of the audio coverage, for their support of county student athletes. Follow them on Facebook, Sons of Italy Sons of Italy hashtag 1171 for updates on special events at the club. Great Veterans Day activities going on this weekend, shows during the week of Thanksgiving and much more. Call 724-658-9390 for more information and see what events are coming up next. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll break down this game, talk to you about more about what we see here tonight between Neshannock and Beaver Falls. You're listening to the WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outski your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
You can shop for pretty much anything online. Clothes, food, vacations, you name it. All without ever leaving the comfort of your couch. Finally, banking can be just that easy too. With the all-new FMB e-store, you can shop for hundreds of financial products to manage your money, all from the comfort of your couch. From clicks to bricks, we've got you covered. Experience the FMB e-store in branch, on your phone, or online at fmb-online.com.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again for people who maybe thought college wasn't the answer. We're making college practical with programs tied to in-demand jobs that prepare you for success right away. We're making college accessible by breaking down barriers and offering more choices. We're making college approachable with faculty who understand where you're coming from and help you get where you're going. At Penn West, we're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
With great brands at the best prices at Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun. More of this, and more of this, and this. So you can do more of that, and that, and that, and definitely some of that. While getting together for more of that, and that. Yes! Have more fun with great brands at the best prices, only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
This is the Washington Center Physical Therapy pregame show. When your doctors order physical therapy, let them know you have a choice in where to go. Choose Washington Center Physical Therapy, centrally located in downtown Newcastle. Let Norm Gabriel and the staff at Washington Center Physical Therapy get you back on your feet. Visit WashingtonCentrep.com to schedule your appointment. We get you set here. We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff between Beaver Falls and Neshannock. And, of course, we talked about it in the opening segment. The first meeting between these two this season, Beaver Falls dominated on the stat sheet and had what everybody thought was going to be the game-tying touchdown in overtime. And then Anthony Bonner stepped up and made a game-saving tackle in the extra session to prevent the two-point conversion. Beaver Falls will not kick many extra points. Nate Toney will attempt them here and there, but they, for the most part, will go for two every time. Bonner made the great play in the first meeting and ended up stopping, I believe it was Beaufort, in the corner to stop the two-point conversion. They hung on for a win. And really from that point, Neshannock just kind of continued to roll all season long. Really weren't tested much the rest of the way and then cruised to a win. I know that score was close against Mohawk, but they controlled that whole game from start to finish a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, watching the video for Beaufort, he tried to Penix it, which if you remember against Indiana, tried to just aim it at that pylon. And it was,
there's
of course,
the play.
as you managed Bonner,
yeah,
if you can see it.
If you're watching us on the NFHS Network, there's the play right there. And you can see him just stretch out and try to get that in the end zone. And Bonner made a spectacular play to preserve that win. That was a big-time win for this Neshannock program. Kind of kind of told you early in the season that this team wasn't going anywhere and they were going to stick around for the long haul.
Yeah, you heard about this one. Of course, we were out covering other games, at least myself on that one, and watching that play back, it's just amazing because usually in plays like that, there's no doubt. Even when you're taking a look, they're saying, yep, that wasn't a score. So that's an incredible effort by Anthony Bonner.
Beaver Falls does have one thing that Neshannock does not, and that's more recently, and that is trips to the WPIL championship game. They've been there the last 3 years in a row. They're trying to get there a fourth time. Neshannock has not been there since 2016, so this team and many of these same players who have been on those teams and who have run into the Steel Valleys of the world, they know what it takes to get there, and what do they have to do tonight to finally, since they're 100% in terms of everybody being on the field at the same time, what do they have to do to start showing that they're still a contender for this thing?
Well, starters beat Neshannock and beat them at their own game. You remember in that last game against Mohawk, Neshannock just decided, we're just going to run and you're going to do nothing about it. That could be one way that Beaver Falls can get themselves together. But, of course, they have to show some ability in the passing game. And over the last few weeks, from what I've heard with reports, they've definitely made those strides.
Yeah, they certainly have. One guy who's made a lot of strides for this Neshannock team this season, you heard us talk about him a lot a couple weeks ago, the quarterback, Gino Mazzacco, just a freshman, but he has been lights out since October 6th, the win over Freedom. 38 of 59 for 569 yards and 5 touchdowns. And more importantly, he hasn't been picked in 2 months. You go back to September 29th, the last time he threw an interception. We know how good the secondary for Beaver Falls is. We here at the Lawrence County SportsNet, we've seen them a handful of times this season, including back-to-back weeks against Mohawk and Elwood City, so we know how talented this secondary can be. He's also run the ball 51 times for 320 yards and a touchdown in the same time frame. He's not a sophomore anymore. This kid's really showing a lot of moxie, and to be able to, it's on their home field, but to be able to direct a conference championship winning game against Mohawk and play what was essentially a flawless game, this kid's been lights out for this Neshannock team in recent weeks.
I think the key around 2A has been, and really all the WPIAL has been, young quarterbacks leading the way. You think about it last year with Upper St. Clair, it was Ethan Hellman, and this year you got sophomores coming everywhere. You have Nolan DeLucia up in Peters Township, and then you have in 2A, of course, Mazzacco. Steel Valley has Tyson Barron. There's a lot of young talent at quarterback that's looking to establish themselves in the playoffs, and it's the perfect time to do it, win or go home.
Yeah, he's got a great chance to really cement what he's done this season here tonight in this playoff game. And Neshannock's had success on their home field. They just haven't had it a lot recently, whereas Beaver Falls has been getting into those WPIL championship games at the 2A level. Two very good offensive lines here tonight, too. This Neshannock offensive line, they were actually our MVPs when they beat Mohawk here. And because Samari McCoy, and we'll talk about the lineups here in a minute, but because Samari McCoy is back for Beaver Falls, their full beginning of season starting offensive line is finally back together for the first time in what seems like 8 weeks now. And he's a 4-year starter, so he's a guy that they can lean on, and they like to get behind that line, and they like to pound teams up front.
Yeah, they're the classic Beaver County football team, and when you think of Beaver County football, it's the trenches. It's the lines on both sides. But both of these teams can show it. Definitely in Neshannock and Beaver Falls, of course, as you said. I'm interested to see in this. This is a team that has 21 sacks in Beaver Falls. So that's clear that they were able to do this without the full complement. Let's see how they'll do it now.
The Neshannock band has made their way out to midfield. We'll take a listen to tonight's national anthem as the Neshannock Marching Band will bring that to us here live on the Lawrence County SportsNet. There's the Neshannock Marching Band with tonight's national anthem. If you're watching us live tonight on the NFHS Network, thanks for checking us out there. You will see a crawl at the bottom of your screen that has updates from every 2A game. And if you watch the other broadcast that we have tonight of the 1A game between Clairton and Union, they'll have the 1A updates there. We'll be passing them all along to you as well if you're listening to us on the audio portion. And, of course, our out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. Why drive when you can relax and ride? Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more information and route schedules. And remember, senior citizens ride for free. As gas prices continue to rise, save money on gas and let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go, serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County. The Newcastle Transit Authority going your way. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you our keys to the game, introduce tonight's starting lineups, and we will have kickoff here tonight on a gorgeous night in Newcastle. You're listening to the WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at medorebonnerlaw.com for more information.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Back here at Neshannock High School on the Washington Center Physical Therapy pregame show. Let Norm Gabriel and the staff at Washington Center Physical Therapy get you back on your feet. Visit WashingtonCentrepT.com to schedule your appointment. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for both sides. Starting lineups are brought to you by Doran Concrete, laying the foundation for your team. Don't let just anybody lay the foundation for your home or business. Visit DoranConcrete.com for your free estimate today. When it comes to your residential or commercial concrete services, you need a team you can rely on called Doran Construction for for your free estimate today. 30 years of experience storing concrete is the team of contractors you want laying the foundation for your home or office job. For Neshannock, we'll start with the Lancers first. Their offensive line up front, left to right. Jackson Mazzacco, Tony Parada, Joey Veronci, Michael Ponziani, and Aiden Schaefer will be the customary starting five. Of course, they were, again, fantastic against Mohawk a couple weeks ago, and they are back here tonight to try to get to the WPIL 2A semifinals. Gino Mazzacco at quarterback, 60% completion percentage this season, and he has accounted for 18 total touchdowns. He is joined in the backfield by Pat Argero, the 6-foot senior, and Anthony Eakin, also the second leading rusher on this team behind Mazzacco with 804 yards. Tight end tonight when they go to him, Braden Montgomery, 7 catches on the season for the junior. And then wide receivers, we'll see any combo of Anthony Bonner, Dom Cubelis, Carter DeVivo, and Braden Huff for the Lancers. Carter DeVito also will kick it off for the 9-1 Lancers tonight, their head coach. Fred Mazzacco, 12th season, 101 wins all time, 34 losses. He has been in the playoffs 10 of the last 12 seasons. For the Lancers defense tonight, it'll be Schaefer, Parada, Ponziani, and Mazzacco across the front. Montgomery, Argero, and Ashton Allison are the linebackers. Bobby Frasso and Braden Huff are the corners, and Bonner and DeVivo will round out the secondary. This is a defense for the Lancers, 41 tackles for loss, 12 sacks, and they've picked off 14 passes this season. But maybe more impressively, teams converting just 27% against them on third down, 29 for 107 on the season. Beaver Falls offense, Samari McCoy will start at left tackle. He is the 6'2", 265-pound senior. Malachi West at left guard. The center is Jacob Jessamine. Dominio Sims will start at right guard, and Damon Lee will round out the offensive front at right tackle. This offensive line, McCoy is 265, West 235, Jessamine is 270, Sims, even though he's 5'5", is 200 pounds, and Lee is 285. They are big up front, and that is going to be a great matchup up front with the Neshannock defensive side and vice versa when they flip ends and Beaver Falls is on defense. Caden Bricker will start at quarterback tonight, 5'11" senior, the cousin of Jaron Bricker from last season, the starting quarterback for the Falls team. We'll also see Deshaun Anderson in that Wildcat role. He actually was the starting quarterback for a chunk of the season, was suspended for a game. Brickner took over. They've gone with him pretty much the rest of the way. D'Italian Beaufort in the backfield along with Bricks Raw. He had that big game against Elwood City earlier this season. And then take your pick of who those two will throw to when they throw. Gary Pugh, Denari Harris, Zashawn McKelvey, and Michael Blackshear, the top targets. When they do go to a tight end, it'll be Christian Dawkins, the 5'10" sophomore. As you see, if you're watching us, we're awaiting the entrance of Neshannock onto the field off to our right. For the Beaver Falls defense, allowing 18 points a game, 9 picks, 21 sacks, and 64 tackles for loss this season. They bring a ton of pressure. A lot of it comes from the linebacker spot, but up front, West, Jessamine, and Sims up front on defense. We don't know what McCoy's factor on defense is going to be just yet, but we do expect that he will play some snaps on defense here tonight as well. The linebackers, Kenny Jewell and D'Italian Beaufort on the outside. Beaufort's had a spectacular season, 6 tackles for loss, a sack, a pick, and a defensive touchdown. Bricks Raw in the middle along with Michael Blackshear. The corners are Zashawn McKelvey and Denari Harris. Those two have teamed up for 4 interceptions, and then Gary Pugh, Deshaun Anderson will be your safeties. We may also see Braden Mulroy as well at the safety spot. Beaver Falls is coached by Nick Nardone, trying to get to a WPIL title again. He, of course, took over in 2017 after Ryan Matzik left to go to Western Beaver as the AD, and that was fresh off a state championship win. Actually was a little apprehensive to take the job because he and his wife just had their first child in 2017. And it's going to be interesting to watch him because he said last year after the WPIL championship loss that he got himself out of a rhythm, and he says he's a rhythm play caller. They want 3 to 4 yards on first down, they want a good gain on second down, and they want third and short. They do not want to get in any third and long situations here tonight.
Yeah, that's obviously a downpour, and being on the field for Steel Valley Beaver Falls last year, they were out of rhythm a lot of times, though. Of course, in that season up until Westinghouse, a lot of Ironman teams teams going against the Ironmen had that rhythm lost easily.
Let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game for both sides. We'll start with the home side, Neshannock first. Keys to the game are brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. Now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial properties. For the Lancers, two keys, pretty simple. They want to run the ball to win, but they also have to take advantage of the passing situations when they present themselves. They expect a lot of pressure from Beaver Falls, and then from Mazzacco to be able, if he has the time, step back, hit somebody open over the middle, and they want to try to extend this defense by the passing attack. They've also got to do a good job of caging these playmakers, caging the Tigers, so to speak, for this Beaver Falls team. They have playmakers everywhere. They will bring pressure from everywhere. These DBs are not afraid to come up and play the run. They're not afraid to blitz. They have a lot of sacks themselves. That's going to be a big test for this Neshannock offensive line tonight.
Yeah, it's Steelers-esque in the way they play all the way down to the 3-4 with their linebackers. Though, of course, as always with Beaver Falls, it's the pressure up front. They're going to rotate that defensive tackle spot, the nose guard spot for that 3-4, and that's going to be the key because they have to get pressure up the middle. That's going to help them against the run, and it's obviously going to force passes to go out not as quick as they, well, maybe a little too quick.
They do not want long drives from Beaver Falls either.
Nope.
This is a ball control, even though they have playmakers, ball control style team that likes to line up and pound the ball. So they want to get off the field defensively as well. For Beaver Falls, they're back at full strength. We've talked about it. They finally have everybody together. They're in totality for the first time in a few weeks. They've missed key players in pockets. They get everybody back for the right time to make a run. And then let's see if they can play like a favorite. They've been in 3 straight WPIL championship games. They're trying to get to a 4th. They obviously would match up, if they get there, opposite of either Amani, Mohawk, Steel Valley, or Western Beaver. But they have got to show, now that they're back together, they've got to show that they're still in the mix to try to win this thing.
Yeah, these are kids that have seen over the last few years, if they were freshmen or sophomores or even juniors, they have seen this team in the championship game more often than not. Of course, even going back to that state championship run in 17, they know the expectation up in Beaver Falls. Much like a lot of these Beaver County teams, it's championship or bust.
We'll take a look at those keys to the game. Coming up again at halftime here tonight. Again, they're brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. You see the captains, if you're watching us, out at midfield for the coin toss. Beaver Falls will be in their away white tops with the black pants and the orange trim around the black numerals, and Neshannock is in that Ohio State pattern colors with the red jerseys, silver pants with white and red trim on the pants, and white and silver on the jerseys, silver helmets, and the white numerals. Argero, Schaefer, Ponziani, and I believe that was Jackson Mazzacco, who is the other captain. Yes, it is. Neshannock has won the toss, and they have deferred. So Beaver Falls will be on offense to start the game here tonight. We'll see their offense on the field. They will attack the end zone to our left as the two teams shake hands in midfield. And we are about set. Captains tonight for Beaver Falls, Jessamine, or rather Lee Anderson, Rawl, and the big guy, Samari McCoy, for Nick Nardone's squad. Perfect night for football here tonight in Newcastle, up in the northern part of the Pittsburgh region, closer to Ohio than we are Pittsburgh, but hey, that's why they bring us up here for these wonderful events. Perfect setting for football here tonight, too. This is such a beautiful stadium and campus to watch some playoff football here tonight. And these two teams are ready to duke it out. See if we get another classic like we had in the regular season this year, that 1-point game in overtime, won by Neshannock. Carter DeVivo will kick it away. And back deep to receive for Beaver Falls on the near side. It'll be Zashawn McKelvey. And on the far side, it is Michael Blackshear. DeVivo's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. Everybody set and ready to go. It's teed up. We're ready to go. We hope you enjoy it here tonight. The WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals from Neshannock are underway. It's an end-over-end kick angling towards the end zone. It will hit at the 1. It's a live ball. McKelvey picks it up at the 5. Coming back across. He's right around the goal line. Neshannock is all over it. They're going to drop him down at the 1-yard line. The special teams immediately for the Lancers playing a big factor early in this game as McKelvey retreated. He thought that was going in the end zone. He let it go, and he realized he had to go back and pick it up, and the Neshannock kick coverage was down the field right away.
Yeah, that ball took a crazy hop off the back end of the ball. It was amazing on how it just stopped up. But I thought for certain it was going to kick into the end zone, but it just did not. It died right at the 1, just as you said.
Caden Brickner to start at quarterback for Beaver Falls. We will see, of course, Deshaun Anderson. See what this offense looks like at full strength for the first time in weeks. And actually, it is, yes, Brickner. Deep back is going to be Beaufort. He is all the way back near the end line, and we got movement up front. And it's going to be on Beaver Falls, it looks like. 3 snap penalties haunted this team. It is against Beaver Falls. That'll be half the distance. I mean, you couldn't back them up to the end zone more unless you put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
Now you got to worry about a hold somewhere if you're Brickner. I don't suspect that they're going to put him in any position to throw the football just yet either. They get set again. Motion is Sims, and it's actually a direct snap out of the Wildcat to Beaufort. He gets a good push out to the 4-yard line to give themselves some room, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Well, that's about the best possible situation in a Wildcat from that, just to dive right up the middle. And it's tough to play field position on your first play of the game, but, I mean, that's a pretty good start, I guess.
Go with that same set. Beaufort in that Wildcat. He has Rawl in the backfield with him. In his own end zone, claps his hands, gets the ball right side, finds a little bit of room, still going, and he is going to get dragged down by Montgomery and Ardro, but he gets up to the 15-yard line and a 1st down for Beaver Falls out of the shadow of their own end zone.
I mean, again, that's really the 2 best possible plays in that situation. You get yourself a little bit of room, and then on your second play, you're able to just blast up the middle between left guard and left tackle for a 1st down.
This is what they do, is they get right behind that line as now Brickner's in at quarterback. Out of the shotgun, Beaufort to his right. Rawl is the up man on 1st and 10. Snap, Brickner hands off. Beaufort right side, cuts back. Beaufort another good run on 1st down as he's across the 20 to the 22 that time. Being tackled there. Montgomery, a couple others in there too, but another good run on 1st down for this Beaver Falls team, getting right behind that line early.
Yeah, this is about the best possible situation for them. They actually say, you know what, we like this. It's forcing us to just run and tell Neshannock, stop us if you can.
Receiver to the right, 2 near side. We're on the home side here if you're familiar with Neshannock High School. Snap, Brickner, handoff. Beaufort again right through the middle. Montgomery gets him and drags him down at the 25 for a 3-yard gain. That should be enough for another Beaver Falls 1st down.
From a nightmare start to really a dream beginning if you're starting at your own 1 for Beaver Falls.
Now they're going to say he's about a yard short. So 3rd and 1. Same personnel. Rawls the up man. They have the extra blocker in there. Brickner shotgun. Beaufort to his right. 3rd and 1. Early big moment in this game. Blackshear and Harris are to the near side. Snap to Brickner. He's going to pitch it wide. Beaufort to the angle. Cuts back. 1st down. Driven out of bounds by DeVivo. But he's got the 1st down for Beaver Falls with 9:20 to go in the 1st quarter.
Just a simple pitch play to Beaufort, and I thought for a second he was going to mishandle it. He slightly did, but he was able to corral that back in and then off that pitch play pick up the 1st down. He runs hard, no doubt, and he's a little bit slippery too.
It's a 5-yard gain. He's already got 30 yards on 5 carries. He has carried it all 5 plays for this Beaver Falls offense. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Anderson comes in from the near side. Far side, 2 near side. Shotgun for Brickner. Man in motion away from us. They hand it off. That is Harris sweeping around the far side. Gets off one block. Turns on the Jets. First down into Neshannock territory. And dragged out of bounds on his own sideline. But he gets all the way inside Neshannock territory. We'll see where they officially mark it. It'll be at the 40-yard line of the Lancers.
And that's exactly what you want in your change of pace with Denari Harris. Man, he turned on the Jets to get around that corner on the right side. It's a new angle of attack. Neshannock was used to the left. Now they're going right.
Bringing the ball back to the 47, so I'm not sure. They say he must have stepped out of bounds at the 47, but nonetheless, a good run of 34 for Harris that time, and another first down for this Beaver Falls rushing attack. They've kept it on the ground as we expected every play so far. Now they shift Beaufort to the up position. Brickner out of the shotgun, Rawl to his left. Snap, handoff. Here's the big guy, Rawl. He rumbles through, finds room on the right side. Rawl, another first down as he is dragged down deep into Neshannock territory by Huff and Montgomery. But another first down for this powerful Beaver Falls rushing attack. 20 yards that time for Rawl.
Making Neshannock powerless. I've never seen a team just go out and start smash mouth from their own one all the way out. This could be a 99-yard drive for a touchdown.
Two right and one left. Shotgun Brickner. Rawl in motion. Snap. Handoff Beaufort. Right side. Stood up as he gets inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. Or the rather the 25. He's pushed back to the 26. So he gains one that time.
Well, that's the first answer from Neshannock in this game defensively.
1 yard gain that time for Beaufort. He is in the shotgun to the right of Brickner. Two far side, one near side. Snap, bobbles the ball. It is loose. And Neshannock has fallen on it. There was a bad exchange between the two. It looks like Aiden Schaefer is the one who had hands on it. Ashton Allison comes out of the pile with it. It doesn't matter really who recovers it. Neshannock dodges a big-time bullet that time with Beaufort as they get the turnover, and the Lancers take over with 7:57 to go deep in their own territory.
That has to be about as heartbreaking as a sequence for a team you could have, aside from getting a safety at your own one. I think you'd rather take that in this situation.
Change of possession. Brought to you by Moderna Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions at Moderna Bonner Law, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. 1st and 10 for Neshannock as they flip the script here at their own 26. Mazzocco back to pass under pressure, steps out of Jules' pressure, tries to get to the corner, outruns a couple of big guys, and then Blackshear drags him down at the 36-yard line. A 10-yard gain for Gino and a first down for Neshannock on their first offensive play of the night.
Anything you could do, I could do better. Gino Mazzocco, we've seen it plenty of times on this network. Anytime that they need a first down or a great first play, he's the guy they call on.
Sophomore signal caller, shotgun snap, going to roll out far side. Mazzocco looking, pitches it, and that falls incomplete on the Beaver Falls sideline. And fans over there want an intentional grounding. I'm not sure I saw anybody in the area, but it'll be 2nd down and 10. Some fireworks to start this game here tonight with the turnover. Big time drive for Beaver Falls all on the ground. Beaufort just couldn't hang on to that ball, and now Neshannock with a 2nd and 7. And we're going to get a stoppage here. Get everybody reset. 7:22 to go, first quarter, no score. First drive of the night for Neshannock. Two near side, snap. Mazzocco hands off Eakin. That right side or left side was cut off very quick by Samari McCoy, and he had help with Raw and also McKelvey and Blackshear over on that side as well.
Yeah, McCoy's going to be a part of that rotation on the defensive line for Falls. Anytime it's going to be tough for a nose guard to be out there moving left to right.
It's a loss of 1, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 11 from the 36. 2 left, 2 right. Shotgun from Mazzocco. Eakin in the backfield. stands to his right. Snap, the sophomore flips the ball in his hands, looks, comes near side, now cuts back, has room, has to get something going on here, and Kenny Jewell comes across the field and will hit him near the sideline after a 4-yard gain to bring up 4th down. Excellent pursuit by Jewell as he followed Mazzocco the entire way.
Yeah, his pursuit was phenomenal on that play. Mazzacco's hard to gather up, but Jewell is able to wrap him up well short.
So after all that, Neshannock will punt it away. And it's Harris, back deep to receive, get a flag down. High end over end knuckleball that is going to one-hop into Harris's hands, and he is swarmed. And good coverage that time by Neshannock on special teams as Ethan Beeman leads the way down the field. We'll check the flag for you. They point initially to Beaver Falls. Would not be enough for a 1st down. It was 4th and 7. Trying to get this all sorted out here. Illegal shift on Neshannock, so it is going to, well, I didn't see a signal. I guess they accepted the penalty. Ball's going to be placed at the 30, 31. So Beaver Falls has its 2nd offensive series of the night. All runs on the 1st series. Ended in a fumble by Beaufort. Brickner back in a quarterback shotgun. He's got Beaufort to his right. Man in motion is Raw. Handoff, Beaufort through the middle. Beaufort tracked down from behind by Montgomery. Gets to the 35, a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd and 6. 6:15 to go in the 1st quarter. No score from Bob Legge Stadium here at Neshannock High School. WPIL 2A quarterfinal matchup here tonight. These two MAC conference opponents. 2nd time this season they've met. Brickner in the shotgun. Raw comes across, little short motion. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. It is Anderson far side. He's one-on-one coverage. They shift around some of the receivers. Shotgun snap to Brickner. Low snap, pitch to Beaufort. They cut it off. Beaufort finds space and gets up to the 41. And it's going to be right at the stick and enough for a 1st down on a gain of 6.
Yeah, Beaufort once again on that pitch play from the quarterback's left pocket. And this time he had to make a little bit of a sidestep to cut up. And that was the difference in picking up that 1st down for Beaver Falls.
That is the 5th 1st down for the Tigers here in the opening quarter with 5:24 to go in said 1st quarter. Shotgun snap for Brickner. 2 near side, handoff Beaufort again. He's crunched at the line of scrimmage. And Neshannock not having any of it that time as a couple of the linemen get in the mix for the Lancers. Ponziani was the first one in there. 2nd down and 10 for Falls.
And these are the wins that Neshannock needs a little bit more with Beaver Falls. Starting off in a 1, usually a nightmare. They have all the confidence in the world with their run game aside from that bad snap.
2nd and 10 from the 41. 4:43 to go, 1st quarter. Shotgun snap, Brickner. Going to throw near side. Little slant to Anderson. Flag comes in. He's to midfield and into Neshannock territory at the 49. The flag was thrown near side. And it looked like somebody might have left early. So hold on a minute. It is an eligible man downfield for the Tigers, so that'll wipe out the penalty, or wipe out the reception by Anderson.
Always tough. Tough to have that one for an eligible man, especially with it's 1 yard in the pros, but below it's 5. So got to be on the lookout for that if you're a lineman.
Michael DeSanti is in the game defensively for Neshannock. 2nd and 15 from the 36, their own 36. Running clock shows 4:17. Beaver Falls attacks the end zone to our left. It is Anderson in at quarterback this time. Takes the snap, goes up the middle. Neshannock is all over it. The ball is loose on the turf, and the Lancers will recover it once again. Tony Parada pounces on it. And the second time tonight, a drive for Beaver Falls ends in a fumble. It's another turnover brought to you by Moderna Bonner Law with flexible appointment hours. Moderna Bonner Law is a team of experienced lawyers and staff always ready to help. ModernaBonnerLaw.com.
Man, that's just tough for Beaver Falls. Such good starts with their running game, but losing control of the ball, not what you want.
So they flip the script again. Mazzocco hangs on to it. Right side, Mazzocco 20 and crunched out of bounds near the 15-yard line by Gary Pugh. And he is going to have another Neshannock first down with 3:56 to go in the first quarter. Trying to make something happen here. That's a 13-yard gain for Gino, and he is off and running here early.
10 and a 13 for him so far.
Shotgun for Mazzocco. 2 left, 1 right. Man in motion towards us. They give it to Eakin. Dips through, gets to the 15, and is stopped there for a 2-yard pickup to bring up second down and 8. Eakin's second carry tonight. Came into this game as the second leading rusher on this team, averaging almost 7.5 yards a carry. Mazzocco in the shotgun, 3 far side, 1 near side. Eakin in the backfield, snap. Mazzocco, quick drop, throws, end zone, touchdown to Neshannock! Perfect pass to Bobby Frasso. And with 3:20 to go in the first quarter, a 17-yard touchdown strike has put Neshannock on the board first. It's 6-0.
And Mazzocco, what timing with Frasso. Frasso just able to get a little bit of separation on a ball that was perfectly in the bread basket. I mean, a little bit over the shoulder, but you love that play.
So the fumble this time catches up to Beaver Falls as DeVivo's point after, end over end, high, and through the uprights. It is good. Our new score with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Neshannock has jumped in front of Beaver Falls 7-0. This is the WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
4 plays, 31 yards after the turnover for Neshannock. That drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out the cafe and bakery section. Place it to go order online at josephsnc.com. How about that?
Let's start.
And that kickoff by DeVivo, returnable this time. And it is McKelvey right up the gut. Got dragged by his arm, has space. And McKelvey, we got a late flag at the end of the return as he gets across the 40 to the 41. We'll see what the flag is all about. Good starting field position if it holds for Beaver Falls, just what you want right after the touchdown. They have fumbled twice early in this game. This is going to go against Beaver Falls, so this will take the return back to the 25. They will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Third possession of the night for the Tigers. They've come away empty on the first 2 thanks to turnovers, one by Beaufort and one by Anderson, which Neshannock just capitalized on. They hand it off to Beaufort on 1st down to the 30. He's gang tackled there by a handful of Lancers. That'll be a 5-yard pickup that time for Beaufort. That's already his 10th carry here in the first quarter tonight.
Been a busy man.
And statistically, Beaver Falls is, like they did in the first game, they've gotten a hold of that early. They run the ball pretty effective. They've got runs of 20, 34, and 46 yards total from Beaufort. So they have controlled the game on the ground early on. Pressure coming by Neshannock, handoff Beaufort, sweeping over to the right side. Flag comes in from the backside as he is driven out of bounds on the far sideline. Flag is in the area of holding. That is exactly what the call is, and that will back up Beaver Falls, their 4th penalty here in the first quarter. And that happened right around the line of scrimmage anyway. So it's going to take the ball from the 30 back to the 20. 4th penalty for 26 yards here in the first 12 minutes. We got 2:27 to go in the first quarter. You just joined us. Gino Mazzacco, a 17-yard touchdown pass to Bobby Frasso after a second Beaver Falls turnover. Tigers trying to keep it going here on the ground. Brickner in the shotgun. Beaufort standing to his right. Brickner rolls out, fires far side. Pass caught on the sideline. Over on the far sideline by Denari Harris. His 23rd reception of the season. Won't be enough for a first down, but it'll bring up 3rd down and short with 2:02 to go in the quarter.
And that seems to be a common play in the WPIL. That roll out to the right and out with the receiver going towards the sideline.
It's a 9-yard pickup. 3rd and 2 from the 33. Brickner in the shotgun. Another 3rd down for Beaver Falls. Handoff. Beaufort's going to have the first down. Gets across the 35 to the 37-yard line. 4-yard gain that time. Montgomery the tackle. The 11th carry in the first quarter for Beaufort. He's got 50 yards. And he picks up Beaver Falls' 6th first down of the quarter. 1:41 running clock. Ball resting on the 37 of Beaver Falls. Anderson and Pugh to the far side. It's Blackshear near side. Shotgun for Brickner. Beaufort standing to his right. Up man is Raw. Brickner directing offense. Play clock down to 9. Brickner patient, waits. Shotgun snap. Hands off. Beaufort crunched as he gets to the line of scrimmage. He might have fallen forward. No, he's gonna get right back to the line of scrimmage.
And a few times he's been stopped dead in his tracks. It won't take him down for long. I mean, I expect another one right up the middle to him.
2nd down and 10 for Beaver Falls. Under a minute to go. 50 seconds in the first quarter. Handoff on the sweep. Trying to find room is Harris. He'll go nowhere. And the Lancers defense once again. This time it is Anthony Bonner who had that game-winning tackle, that game-saving tackle, the first meeting. He gets in there and drops him for a 3-yard loss. So again, it's going to set up a 3rd and 13 for Beaver Falls. We're down to 23 seconds. There's about a 3-second differential, 2-second differential between game and play clock, so they will have to run a play. Shotgun for Brickner, 2 far side, 1 near side. Brickner rolls out, looks far side, pumps, pressure coming, and Brickner is going to go down as he gets across the 35, back near the original line of scrimmage, and the Lancers defense comes up with another stop on 3rd and long. Michael DeSanti this time has the stop, and that will do it for the first quarter. So 2 turnovers for Beaver Falls. Neshannock capitalizes on one of them. A 17-yard touchdown pass from Gino Mazzacco to Bobby Frasso. And the Lancers have a 7-0 lead. This is the WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
I've been updating it.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madore and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Punt on 4th down for Beaver Falls to begin the second quarter. Bonner runs underneath of it. Bonner found a little bit of space, and then he stood up near the 40. We got a flag coming in from the near side. And we want to thank the Sons of Italy for our audio coverage tonight. Veterans Day breakfast tomorrow, free to all veterans, active duty military, and their spouses. Doors open at 6:30 a.m. Meal blessing at 7, and then breakfast is served. Honor Guard will pay tribute as well. And then Veterans Day festivities continue into the evening. No cover cost for all vets and active duty military with ID for the Plains Over Vegas and Cut Loose show. Doors open at 6. Show begins at 8. Open to the public. Visit Sons of Italy, number 1171 on Facebook for more details. Happy Veterans Day to all of our vets listening, watching here tonight. Thank you for your service, and we hope you enjoy a little playoff football here tonight as Neshannock takes over after the punt. Flag was on the Lancers, so it takes the ball back to the 28. That is where they start 1st and 10. Mazzocco in the shotgun. He's got trips far side, single receiver near side. Going to hand it off on 1st down. And across the line of scrimmage is Eakin for a couple that time as he falls forward. And this is what Neshannock wants, though. They want the lead. They want the ball in their hands. That's a 4-yard gain for Eakin, by the way. His 3rd carry. Mazzocco in the shotgun on 2nd and 6 from the 32. Again, 2 near side, 3 near side. High snap. He'll keep it. Fake the little sweep. Gets to the 35 and then is stood up there by a handful, including Dominio Sims. Going to be short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and about 2.
Fake jet sweep on the slot. Receiver moving from right to left, and then that wrap right up the middle by Mazzocco.
So 3rd down and 2 just underway here in the second quarter. Full house backfield with Mazzocco in the shotgun. Sophomore goes hard county. Drew Mohawk a couple of times with that the last time Neshannock played. Play clock's down to 4. Mazzocco snaps it, hands off. That is Bonner up the middle, and he is going to get stood up at the 36. Right at the line of scrimmage as Deshaun Anderson steps up from that safety spot to lead the way. And that is going to bring up a 4th and 2 with 10:15 to go here, and they're going to bring out the punting unit. So they'll punt it away with 9:55 to go in the first quarter. Argiro will punt it high, twisting up in the lights as Harris waits for it. Takes a bounce for Beaver Falls, very slight bounce to the 37. That is where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10. Still in a 7-0 hole after the touchdown pass from Mazzocco to Bobby Frasso. Neshannock's defense did its job on the last drive, but that's, there again is they want Beaver Falls no long drives, and they want them in 3rd and long. They got it on the last drive.
Yeah, the first 2, again, just happenstances of losing the ball for Beaver Falls.
Out of town scoreboard update after this play. Brickner shotgun on 1st down, hands off Beaufort, trying to find room left side, bounces out to the left side, makes a little shimmy move to the sideline. He's down the far side outside the numbers, cuts back inside, and is tackled at the Neshannock 35-yard line. 32-yard run for Beaufort, and another 1st down for this Beaver Falls rushing attack. And that out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. They are late first quarter in the other 2A quarterfinal we have tonight. 6-3, Amani Christian leads Mohawk in that quarterfinal action. James Dotson is at that game tonight. They hand it off to Rawl on first down. He stood up. Good penetration that time by Jackson Mazzocco. Also helped that time from Parada and others up front. No gain for Rawl.
Check in on the other side of the bracket. It's currently 12-7 Western Beaver over Steel Valley.
Interesting. And, of course, if you're watching us tonight, we have the scroll at the bottom. That's going to be updated regularly. If you're listening to us, we'll pass them along as we get them. 2nd and 10, no gain for Rawl that time. Brickner in the shotgun again. He's got a receiver each way, slot far side. Now Pugh in motion away from us. Anderson lines up tight on the near side of the formation as well. Man in motion now away from us, or towards us rather, is Rawl. Handoff Beaufort trying to get to that near side. Cuts back again at the hash. Breaks out of one tackle and gets another. Beaver Falls first down on a gain of 11.
Again, that cutback for Buford has been lethal against Neshannock. Every time that he's made that little small step, it's been a little bit of a burst from him, and it's been tough to stop.
1st and 10 from the 24 of Neshannock. 7:55 to go. Beaver Falls attacks the end zone to our right, trying to tie this up. 2 far side, 1 near side. It's Pugh near side. Shotgun Brickner. Now Jewell and Anderson swap spots. Jewell near side, Anderson far side. Now Anderson in motion away from us. They lose the football again, and Anderson reaches out with that long wingspan to recover it this time.
Well, you could say 3rd time's the charm. They've been able to recover it this time. The first 2, they lost it.
Going to take the ball back to the 27. The 2-yard loss brings up 2nd down and 13 from the 27. Pugh will be near side, Blackshear far side, Anderson slot near side. Jewell is on the far side, lined up right behind McCoy in a wing set. Rawl standing next to Brickner, shotgun. Brickner pumps his leg once, gets the snap, fakes to Rawl, pump fake, takes off, goes nowhere. He thought he might have had Blackshear on a little move with that pump fake, but staying at home that time was Mazzocco again. And that brings up 3rd and long once again for this Beaver Falls offense.
Feels like that RPO quick slant just didn't develop right for Brickner because he was looking at him and it looked like he was, okay, what next? And then he realized that pass wasn't coming, so he had to go down.
This is no man's land anyway. Beaver Falls won't kick much, so they go for it. 4-down territory either way. Anderson in motion. Brickner back to pass. Little dump off screen over the middle to Rawl. He's got room and blockers, but the Neshannock defense is there to converge as he gets down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So a 9-yard gain on 3rd down and 13. And Beaver Falls is going to keep it, the offense, on the field. I mean, why not? They don't kick anyway, so seems academic that they would go for this regardless of what the 4th down would have been. Teams this season, 10 of 21 on 4th down against Neshannock. They're actually better on 4th down, opponents are, on 4th and 3rd against this Lancers defense. They're going to let the play clock roll all the way down to 1 second, and then Nick Nardone's going to call a Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take the time to save money on your insurance. Call Agent Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddens to get started today. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance. 5:35 to go, first half, 7-0 Neshannock. Eric Thomas, Tyler Polk with you here at Neshannock High School WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals. And you can, again, if you're watching us tonight on the NFHS Network, big thanks to the crew working behind the scenes here tonight to keep you updated. You see the Clareton Union score. You also see the Fort Cherry and Rochester score as well. We have all the scores from single and 2A tonight on our video feed on NFHS. We'll pass along the updates to you as we get them On our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. 4th and 5 for Beaver Falls from the 19. 5:35 to go first half. Brickner in the shotgun. Beaufort standing to his right. Anderson near side. It's Blackshear far side. 2 slot, 1 each way. Snap Brickner, a little slant pattern. Tipped in the air and knocked away. And the Neshannock defense will take over on downs once again. That'll be a change in possession brought to you by Maduro Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions at MaduroBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. This defense doing its job once again.
Yeah, normally I'd say that's a little too high up the ladder, but that's a high pass that you want to catch if you're a wide receiver off the fingertips. It's been execution for Beaver Falls that has failed them so far.
2 fumbles, and they have stalled on 3rd and long. They just stalled on 4th down and 5, and Neshannock once again with a 7-0 lead will take over. Bonner in motion, the handoff to him. Actually, Mazzocco capped. That was a great fake by Mazzocco, but he is crunched back at the 15-yard line, a loss of 4 that time. They did not fall for that up front.
Yeah, I think it actually would have been a more successful play for Bonner because it looked like he was home free around the edge. No one got tricked on that one.
Line up quick, 2 near side, 3 far side. Mazzocco empty in the shotgun, 5 minutes to go first half. He directs this offense with a 7-point advantage. And a motion towards us, Eakin. Back to pass, Mazzocco. Quick drop, throws out near side. That is incomplete. Dangerously thrown as there was a lot of pressure coming in his face that time from that blind side. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, they had a rusher come in right on it, and it was, you can look at, I think it was Deshaun Anderson who came in off the edge and knocked them. Or correction, it was a 6. It was 6, actually. It was Blackshear, excuse me.
Switch around some personnel. Argero's in the backfield now. Mazzocco shotgun, 3rd and 14, 4:47 to go from his own 15-yard line. Receiver each way, snap. Sophomore gets a high snap. Argero the handoff. Trying to get something on 3rd down and long as he gets across the 20 to the 21. It's a 6-yard gain for Argero. That's his first carry of the night. But that's going to bring up 4th down with 4:30 to go in the half. And Argero will step back to punt it away. Denari Harris will go back deep to receive for Beaver Falls. Good snap. Argero, pressure coming, and he gets it away, but it's short. Takes a bit of an Neshannock bounce towards midfield at the 48. That's where it's going to be down, so Beaver Falls will take over in Neshannock territory with 4:06 to go in the first half, down by 7.
Ball was very close to hitting off a Tiger. It actually hit off a Lancer instead. That deadened the ball a little bit. It probably would have ended up at perhaps the Beaver Falls 49, so a 3-yard difference.
Once again, as it went in the first meeting, Beaver Falls has statistically dominated this game. It's only 7-0, but they have been unable to capitalize on any drive here in this first half. They'll try to change that now as Brickner in the shotgun hands it off. Beaufort almost bobbled that again. Goes left side, and he's across the line of scrimmage to the 45, a 2-yard gain that time for Beaufort as he creeps towards 100 yards here in the first half. He's got 15 carries and 95 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8, 3:45 to go first half. See Michael Ponziani comes off the field for Neshannock defensively. Anderson in motion. They hand it off to him. A little sweep around the left side. Anderson trying to bounce to the outside. He gets outside the numbers, and he trickles out of bounds on his sideline. And he is close to a first down. And let's see, about a yard short maybe, depending on where they mark it. Yep, about a yard short. That's his 3rd carry of the night, but it's a 3rd. This is what Beaver Falls wants. They want 3rd and short. They don't want 3rd and long, and they've been caught a couple times in those 3rd and longs, and it's bit them. So 3rd and 1, 3:29 to go, first half. Brickner shotgun, receiver each way. at wings each way. So it's more of a slot each way. Man in motion towards us. They lose the ball again as Brickner has to retreat back behind the 45 to the 46 to fall on it.
Once is an accident. Twice is just rare. 3 times it's unheard of. And 4 times, okay, what's going on now, guys?
That is an 8-yard loss. It takes it from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 10. I say 3rd and 1, it was like 3rd and 1.5. So now they have to punt it away. And a high end over end. Bonner angles over to field it. He's going to let it hit. It's going to take a Beaver Falls bounce inside the Neshannock 10. And it's down at the 6-yard line. Boy, the fumbles tonight for Beaver Falls. I mean, think about that. It's 3rd and 1. They have a 3rd down finally where they want the ball. 3rd and 1, another fumble, and then they have to punt it away.
I think you look at it like this. That first drive was going to have points the way that they were driving before that. So that's at least a tie ball game and maybe perhaps a lead.
Yeah, they would have likely gone for 2. They don't kick. Nate Toney is listed as a kicker for this team, but they will not kick many, if any, extra points. Mazzocco has his 3 backs in the backfield. He fakes it to Argero, and he is going to get, oh my goodness, right side. And he got hit pretty hard as he gets to the 10-yard line. 3-yard gain that time to bring up 2nd down and 7. Gang tackled there by about 4 Tigers. Frasso into the lineup as Montgomery will come out. Argero is back in as well. Mazzocco back to the shotgun. He's got Bonner in the backfield with him. Or rather, that is Allison, who's in the wing. Snap, high snap, handoff Argero, picking his way, and Pat is going to be taken down shy of the 15, right around the 13, 14-yard line. And it looks like Beaver Falls will call another timeout. Timeout brought to you by Pontius Insurance. Make sure you take the time out to save money on your insurance. Call Agent Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddens to get started today. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. It's a 3-yard gain that time for Argero, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 with 1:40 to go here in the first half.
Update right now for that Steel Valley Western Beaver score, 14-12 in the 2nd quarter.
Surprise you at all that Western Beaver hanging in there?
Not at all. I mean, I expected it with that talented freshman at quarterback. Steel Valley's pass defense, strong, but it's not last year's pass defense. Still pretty good, but I expected there to be a dogfight. There was a 73-yard passing play on one of those scores.
That's a tough, when you have a bye and then you have to turn around and play a team like Western Beaver. You know, the Neshannock has a bye last week. They've already played Beaver Falls. They didn't really expect much different from the first game. Argero going to option it far side, or rather Mazzocco optioning it to Argero, and he is going to be taken down short of the 1st down over the Beaver Falls sideline. That's going to bring up 4th down, and I believe Nick Nardone called his final timeout of the half, and he did with 1:32 to go, so Neshannock will have to punt it away, and Beaver Falls should get pretty good starting field position out of this. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance today. Denari Harris goes back deep to receive. He's standing at about his 45-yard line. Argero will punt this away. He is just a step inside his end zone. Would not be surprised to see some pressure. I got everybody lined up in stand-up position for Beaver Falls. Flag on the near side. It's going to be against Neshannock. get a false start on the Lancers. It's going to back them up. Take it from the 9 to the 4.
Dangerous territory for Neshannock. They almost got to Beaver Falls the last time, and they're rightly going max protect.
Yep. Even better starting field position, though, for Harris on the return. As Ardro gets away a good end over end. It's returnable, though, as Harris, 42, Harris to the 30, Harris, 25, Harris, 20, 15, 10, 5, dragged out of bounds. Touchdown saving tackle near sideline by Ashton Allison, but it's going to be first and goal. We do have a flag down all the way back near the 32. So hold on. Ashton Allison had to stop inside the 5. It would be first and goal for Beaver Falls if the return stands. Flag was thrown near side, 32-yard line. And I don't think we're going to have a first and goal. And we are not. There is a block in the back on Beaver Falls. So that is going to negate a much-needed return for this Tigers special teams unit. Take the ball back to the 42-yard line.
Man, it's just been one thing after another for Beaver Falls. They get something going, and then they're shooting in the foot, and then there's just putting a stake into it, a wooden stake.
It's a 10-yard penalty. Brickner shotgun, first down and 10. They drop defenders back, little dump-off screen over the middle, and it's to Rawl, and right there is Argero. Going to be a 1-yard gain, but Pat Argero, a great job to step up and read that and wrap up Rawl right away.
Yeah, earlier in the game, there was a screen pass to Rawl. He made something happen. This time, Neshannock's ready for it. It was that little middle halfback screen that they couldn't snuff out the first time to get the second.
2nd and 9, shotgun Brickner. 3 far side, 1 near side. Looks. Brickner going to air it out far side. Catches in and out of the hands of an awaiting Zashawn McKelvey. He had nobody with him and could not hang on to it. It's 3rd down and 9 with 37 seconds to go in the half.
McKelvey's got to be the sickest man in the world right there. He was thinking about going ahead before he had it in his hands.
Brickner runs over to the sideline, comes back inside. They got Anderson, and it'll be Harris on the near side, Blackshear and McKelvey far side.
He had a little bit of a Santonio shuffle. If he gets around that defender, he's walking to the end zone.
Shotgun for Brickner on 3rd and 9, 37 seconds to go. Beaver Falls at a timeout. Beaufort to the left. Again, 2 each way. Brickner, shotgun snap, looks. Brickner airs it out over the middle. It's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, McKelvey. And the coverage on the play that time was Carter DeVivo. And that will bring up 4th and 9. You might as well just go for it here with 31 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, DeVivo, that was just footsteps for McKelvey.
No, they're going to punt it away. I guess you figure it's a 7-point game. You play field position. Remember, Neshannock is going to receive the second half kickoff, too. They deferred to the second half to start the game. Kick. Oh, a nice high kick by McKelvey. Bonner's going to let it hit inside the 5, and then it'll be down to right around the 1. Oh, man, all the way at the goal line. So Neshannock's going to actually have to run a play. They can't take a knee, otherwise it'd be a safety.
Man, that slide was pretty close to being basically in the end zone.
And they will say it's now at the 1. Neshannock does have 3 timeouts left. 20 seconds to go in the half. 1st and 10. They're going to be backed up on their own foot line. They're going to have to run a play. Again, they cannot take a knee. Now, again, Beaver Falls can't stop the clock either, so they could just run up the middle and go in the locker room, too. They don't have to worry about trying anything funny here at the end of the half.
What are you thinking here? A little brotherly shove, Permandy's push?
They might as well. I like the Permandy's push. They might as well. They will bring in the tight end Montgomery. They'll bring in both tight ends, Allison and Montgomery on this set. Argero, Huff, and Bonner. They'll play a little security here as Mazzocco looks like he's just going to try to do exactly what you just said, push forward. And we get a flag from the back judge. Thrown all the way from the back line of the end zone. And might this be because there was a push? Clock's dwindled all the way down to nothing. We actually have an injured Neshannock player on the field. That's Michael Ponziani. And that is not a good way to end the half if you're the Lancers. He is on his knees. They just got the wind knocked out of him. And again, there was a flag. They did put 16 seconds back on the clock. Ponziani is up, and he is able to walk off the field on his own power. So that's a good sign. And now we wait and see what the flag is. If this is on Beaver Falls, and it looks like it is, that should be the half. I think Freddie Mazzocco did say that's actually against Neshannock. And I believe they did say it was because of an assist on the run by Mazzocco.
And Neshannock was walking to the sideline for a little bit of guidance to see what they do here.
So they've had 2 penalties. And again, they're just going to try the same exact thing as Mazzocco's just going to push forward and get off of that end line, and Beaver Falls cannot stop the clock. So that is going to do it for the half. A first half statistically dominated by Beaver Falls as D'Talion Beauford goes for 95 yards on 15 carries, but 3 fumbles. They actually fumbled 5 times and lost 3 of them. And the only touchdown of the first half, a 17-yard pass from Gino Mazzocco to Bobby Frasso with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. And that was off of a Deshaun Anderson fumble by Beaver Falls. That is all the scoring we have had in the first half. Very good first half here from Bob Legge Stadium. If you're watching us on the NFHS Network, stay tuned. We'll have the Beaver Falls halftime show for you. And then Ty and I will be back to get you set for the second half. Neshannock a 7-0 lead as we send you to the LGKG halftime show. Your insurance company is not always on your side, but the law offices of Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. This is the WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
You are now tuned into the Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George halftime show on the Lawrence County SportsNet, featuring performances by your marching bands and recapping the action from the first half of the game. You've been watching the Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly and George Halftime Show, presented by the law firm of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly and George, serving the Newcastle area for 90 years. Be sure to stay tuned to the Lawrence County SportsNet for third quarter action coming up after this message from our sponsors.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years. Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Fiesel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
You've been watching the LGKG halftime show here from Neshannock High School. Your insurance company is not always on your side, but the law offices of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. Big thanks to the Sons of Italy for providing our audio coverage here tonight. Full hall renovation is underway at the Sons of Italy on Mill Street in downtown Newcastle. Start booking graduation parties, birthday celebrations, anniversaries, and weddings for spring of 2024 and beyond. Call 724-658-9390 for more information. Eric Thomas and Ty Polk with you here at halftime as both teams are back out on the field. Let's take a quick look at our keys to the game that we talked about earlier in this pregame show tonight, brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Two of them stand out to me. Number one, for the most part, Neshannock has kept these playmakers for Beaver Falls in check. They've had 5 self-inflicted wounds, 3 of them that have hurt them because they've lost 3 of the 5 fumbles. But for the most part, they have kept those guys in check. And then on the other side of the ball, saying Beaver Falls needs to look the part of a team that wants to get to a 4th straight WPIAL championship. No points and 3 turnovers in the first half. They've dominated statistically, so they're not quite showing that they're what we wanted to, or at least expected to see out of them as a team that can compete for this title.
Yeah, it's discipline with that block in the back on a 37-yard punt return that sets them up inside the 5. They have to go all the way out towards midfield. It's the little things right now for Beaver Falls. Just simple exchanges, snaps. They're not going right. And it's amazing right now. Their defense has kept them in this game because it should not be 7-0 Neshannock. It should be at least 14-7 Beaver Falls.
Yeah, I agree that they should have at least a touchdown. The first drive of the game, went right down the field, turned the ball over in Neshannock territory, and then turned it over the second time, and Neshannock made him pay on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Gino Mazzacco to Bobby Frasso, and that's your only score of the game. Statistically, this has been no match in the first half. Beaufort's got 15 carries for 95 yards for Beaver Falls. Neshannock as a team has 56 yards of offense when you factor in the 2 penalties. He's outgained them by himself, and it's still, now keep in mind, again, it is still just a 7-point game, so this is very much in the balance, but Neshannock will get the ball to start the second half. What does Neshannock have to do on this first drive in the second half? What does Beaver Falls have to do the whole second half?
Neshannock, for this first drive in the second half, make them pay for their mistakes like you should have. You did on the first one, but you haven't done it on the consecutive ones after that. There's at least 2 more chances. That ball should have at least been through the uprights for a field goal or something like that. So now this first drive, you got to make them pay. And for Beaver Falls, it's on the other way. Make them pay for not capitalizing. And number one, stop losing the ball. No matter what, make sure that you have 2 hands on that ball. If there's anything you do, you look down, check that ball, and then start running.
Now, one note before we start the second half, as right before halftime, Michael Ponziani left the field with what looked like a leg or a foot injury. He is good to go. He doesn't have anything wrapped up on that, so hopefully he's okay, because that is a major cog for this Neshannock line as both teams are getting set here for the second half kickoff. We're glad to have you with us here tonight. A couple of other scores on our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Newcastle Transit Authority. Why drive when you can relax and ride? Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more information and route schedules. And remember, senior citizens ride for free. Elsewhere in 2A, it is 6-3. Amani Christian is over Mohawk right now. Down in Single A, you have the Steel Valley School. I'll ask you for that in a minute. But down in Single A, Union 6-0 over Clareton. Southside Beaver is rolling right now in their matchup against Greensburg Central Catholic. But that Steel Valley Western Beaver score has been one to keep an eye on the whole night so far. As Nate Toney kicks this one away, it's a little pop-up kickoff that is fielded by Eakin. Eakin's got room. He's up to midfield and tackled there by Bricks Raw. Good heads-up play by Eakin to make sure he ran underneath that. Didn't want that to hit and be a live ball. And Neshannock's only got half a field to go here to start the second half.
It's a good start for them off of the gunner taking the kickoff and making it all the way out to the 50. So, short fields, this has to be where Neshannock puts the ball in the end zone. they really have to establish some, we're in some big trouble right now.
I agree with you. Even a field goal to make it a 2-possession game would be huge at this point. Mazzacco's got 2 right, 1 left. Shotgun on first down and 10 just outside of midfield. He will keep on first down, jumps over his own lineman, and then Dominio Sims is there to hit him at the 50 for no gain, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
All right, so this has been a few times in which Mazzacco has kept the ball when it seems like there's going to be a lane for the runner. So expect this the next time he does these option plays, it's going to be a handoff to the running back no matter what. Because Beaver's right on them every time. Beaver Falls.
3 to his right, 2 to his left. Empty set for Mazzacco, 2nd and 10. Second play of the half. Quick throw, far side. Caught by Bonner. He had to come back to get the ball. Otherwise, he had all kinds of real estate in front of him, but he's going to get a first down for Neshannock with 11:19 to go in the third quarter.
Simple pitch and catch by Mazzacco to Bonner, and he was kind of leaning back like Fat Joe whenever he caught that ball, and he had to lean forward to pick up that first down.
That's just the fourth first down for Neshannock in this game, as they have had problems moving the ball outside of that touchdown drive, which they didn't have to go far for that touchdown. 1st and 10 from the Beaver Falls 40-yard line, attacking the end zone to our left. Bonner in motion away from us, shotgun to Mazzacco, fakes the handoff to him. Mazzacco's going to keep it left side, cuts back between the hashes, and then Raw trailing him will drag him down inside the 45 at the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain from Mazzacco to bring up 2nd and 3.
That's really the first time since early in the game, probably in the first quarter, that Mazzacco on a keeper has been able to get some positive yardage. Beaver Falls have been standing him up.
2nd and 3 from the Beaver Falls 33-yard line. It's 2 now. It's going to be Qtrs in motion out to the far side. He'll line up slot far side. Bonner is wide near side. Shotgun Mazzacco, 2 in the backfield with him. Snap, handoff Argiro up the gut. Slips by 1 defender and then maybe picks up a yard on 2nd down. Actually, he's going to get stopped really at the line of scrimmage for no gain, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. As Montgomery will come back in for Frasso. Qtrs out wide of the far side. Bonner near side. Tight end lined up on the right side and left side. It's Allison left and Montgomery right. Argiro in the backfield. Mazzacco shotgun on 3rd and 4. 9:37 to go in the third quarter. Argiro. Now Mazzacco keeps it, runs around the right side, trying to bounce to the outside. Excellent play over on that side by Denari Harris, the corner, who stepped up in run support and dropped Mazzacco to bring up 4th down.
That's how you stop a much-needed drive for Neshannock to get some points on the board. They're taking a look over there. They may go for it.
Out of DeVivo range, so I would expect them. Argiro could step back and drop kick this thing. Frasso is going to go out wide. They got 14 on the play clock. Now they bring in Eakin. Argiro is out, so the punt is off the board unless Mazzacco quick kicks. 2 left, 2 right. Eakin backfield, shotgun Mazzacco, 4th and 6. Gino retreats. Gino steps up, pressure coming. Gino can't get away from Blackshear, and he's going to lose yards back across the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard loss. Blackshear, the backside pressure, and Beaver Falls gets a monster stop to start the third quarter with 8:42 to go.
Man, that's just tough business for Neshannock. You start out at your own 50. It's a good start to the drive, and then you're just stood up. It's not even penalties that did it. Beaver Falls just said enough is enough, and we're going to get this ball back. And now let's see if the offense can finally put something together.
See those playmakers that we talked about. They will bring pressure from everywhere defensively as Brickner stands in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers each way. Handoff Beauford gets across midfield into Neshannock territory to the Lancers' 48-yard line, a 10-yard gain on first down. Another first down for Beaver Falls. He's over 100 yards tonight.
Yeah, that's now 105 for him, and he's been the heartbeat for Beaver Falls, and all the good plays have been coming mostly his way.
1st and 10, Beaver Falls, 8:17 to go in the third quarter. They are down a touchdown. Brickner in the shotgun. Beauford stands to his left. 2 receivers near side. It's Anderson slot, and Harris is the wide man. Neshannock shows pressure. Handoff Beaufort. Beaufort slips by 1, and then he's going to gain a yard. Now really get back to the line of scrimmage. See where they mark it. Yeah, right around the 48. No gain that time. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Beaver Falls goes quick here with some tempo. Brickner shotgun. Receiver each way. It's Harris near side. Slot again near side is Anderson. He's in that tight slot formation. Snap to Brickner on 2nd down. Handoff coming near side. Beaufort upended by Huff. Gets by him and then gets down across the 45 and is tackled there by Huff. He is to the 43-yard line to bring up 3rd down and 5. So here's another 3rd down for this Beaver Falls offense. They have stalled a bunch, whether it be fumbles, penalties. 3rd down has not been kind to him tonight. 35 from the Lancers, 43. 6:55 to go, 3rd quarter. Beaver Falls trying to tie this game up. Hand off the big fella Rawl. He's not going to get it. That defensive line and the 2 linebackers, Argero and Allison, step up and get a stop on 3rd down. That'll bring up 4th down. And I believe Nick Nardone is going to punt this thing away. They will punt it away.
It's critical right now because Neshannock has to stop the momentum. It's no longer going to be Beaver Falls, hopefully, from here on out. It's going to have to be them.
Punt up in the lights, and Bonner is going to let it hit and take a Beaver Falls bounce, and then it is touched by Harris at the 17-yard line. So that is where Neshannock will start 1st and 10 with 6:18. They'll mark it officially at the 18-yard line. 6:08 to go, 3rd quarter. Lancers are still up a touchdown. Every time you think the momentum has swung one way, it goes back the other.
It's been pendulum-like out here.
Mazzocco in the shotgun on 1st down. 2 to his right, 1 left. Eakin shifts to his left in the shotgun set. Gino, quick throw, far side. Catch made over there. And it is Cubelis. Nice catch and little yak after the catch for a good gain on 1st down. Tackled over that far side by Gary Pugh. That's a 7-yard gain, rather a 9-yard gain. That's his first catch of the night. 2nd down and 1 for the Lancers. High snap over Mazzocco's head, and he is going to fall on it wisely back near the 10-yard line. Ball's going to be marked at the 11, and Gino is hurt. He does have a knee bandage on his right knee. I'm not sure if he's going to come out or not. Yes, they will bring him out for this play at least. Lucas Neshannock is the backup quarterback for Neshannock, and he will come into the game. He's attempted this season 14 passes, carried the ball 23 times. Does have a touchdown pass this season. He is just a freshman. That was a 16-yard loss for Mazzocco. Neshannock, we got a flag down. He's going to carry on 1st down. That's going to go nowhere. Sims and company in there on the stop for Beaver Falls. Blackshear as well, but we did have a flag come in right as the play got underway. Beaver Falls will decline that, and the Lancers will punt it away on 4th and 17.
Man, so many twists and turns in a negative way for both of these teams. Only one positive play for a touchdown for Neshannock, and you're just wondering, when will the bad luck stop?
Argero to punt it from his own end zone. Yeah, you're right. They will fake this. Argero pitches it out of there, and this is going to get stopped inside the 5. We got flags everywhere. on the tackle, and Beaver Falls for the moment will have a 1st and goal at the Neshannock 3-yard line. This is going to be on Neshannock, so that Beaver Falls is going to take over inside the 5.
Both edges just came around. There was no blocking on the edge. Up the middle was fine. DeVivo just had no shot. It was great that he was able to pitch that out and make a play out of it.
You have to do your best to punt that ball and hope they run into you. That would be the play there, and I think Ardro just tried to make a little something happen. Too much happened. Tried to just react to it and see if they could break one, and we'll see what the penalty is going to be. It's going to be on Neshannock. I think there's going to be a hold on the Lancers. Now, I mean, Nardone would be a fool to accept this penalty. Take the ball on the 2 or 3 yard line wherever they spot it. They will decline it. Now, Nick Nardone is out on the field to just make sure everything is copacetic. As far as down distance, they have yet to mark the ball, but it's going to be 1st and goal, Beaver Falls at the Neshannock 3-yard line. So right away, they're in the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County. Spirit Sales can help raise big money for your organization. Fill out a form, and the Red Zone does the rest. Visit them online at theredzzonesports.com and see how your group can score big at the Red Zone. Now we're going to get a timeout. Did we get a timeout called? No. They reset everything here. Beaver Falls takes over 1st and goal at the Neshannock 3-yard line. Trying to get a touchdown for the first time tonight. 7-0 Neshannock leads. Brickner in the shotgun, hands off Beaufort. He will go into the end zone for the touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run by D'Italian Beaufort, and with 4:19 to go in the 3rd quarter, Beaver Falls is a point after away from a tie game.
That was just the wildest sequence of plays before that to lead up to almost a gimme for Beaver Falls. Italian Buford rewarded for all of his hard work in the first half of getting that offense for Beaver Falls together.
It will go for 2. So a couple of critical errors by both teams. A fumble by Beaver Falls leads to the Neshannock touchdown, and then a botched punt from their own end zone by Neshannock leads to the Beaver Falls touchdown. Trying to take the lead, Brickner shotgun, Buford to his left. Snap, handoff, up the middle. Beaver Falls grabs a 1-point lead. Well, we wait for the signal. They stopped him. He did not get in.
Wow.
So a stop right at the goal line, and Neshannock is going to preserve a 1-point lead.
Boy, that goal line has been huge all night, hasn't it? That exact goal line, when you really think of it, because that was where the first kickoff of the game was. Unreal.
We'll step aside for a timeout. 1-point lead, 4:19 to go, 3rd quarter. This is the WPIL 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
That drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Little pop-up kickoff that is wisely fielded by Montgomery. So good starting field position for the Lancers here. Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out the cafe and bakery section, a place Place a to-go order online at josephsnc.com. One play, 3 yards. To tie in Buford a 3-yard touchdown run. And it's a 7-6 game, late third. So Neshannock will take over again. And Mazzocco is back out there. Again, a high snap. Handoff. Ardra fighting for tough yardage. And he gets past the line of scrimmage and then stood up and pushed backwards. Going to go as no gain that time for Pat Argiro, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Good to see Mazzocco is healthy. It's actually going to be a yard loss for Argiro that time. He's got 4 carries for 8 yards. Mazzocco carries. Left side room. Mazzocco slips shy of the 50, but a good gain on 2nd down. We'll leave a 3rd and very short with 3:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Got all that loss back. A 9-yard pickup that time from Mazzocco. He had gone backwards for a time. It's now 3rd and 2 for the Lancers. Receiver near side, receiver far side, double tight. 1 on each side of the formation. Shotgun from Mazzocco. Must get 3rd down for the Lancers. It's a high snap over his head again. Ardro retreats. Ardro can't keep his footing, and he is pushed back at the 25-yard line. What is going on with the snaps here in this 3rd quarter? That is a loss of 24 for Neshannock on 3rd down and 2.
Has the snap god swung to the other way? Because it was a worry about that with Beaver Falls, and now it's Neshannock having these issues. I'm not sure either what's going on, partner. I really don't know.
Argiro will punt it away. It's a good snap on that punt. Gets away a low end over end that's going to hit. And almost bobbled by Harris. Stayed in bounds somehow, and then he is crunched at the 42-41 yard line. So that's where Beaver Falls will start 1st and 10, down by a point with 2:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. And it is unraveling, even if ever so slightly, for Neshannock here in this 3rd quarter. 2 high snaps, a botched punt in their own end zone. Unable to get any offense. They had trouble moving the ball in the first half and benefited from the turnover in the short field for their touchdown. And now they've gone in reverse. It's going to be Anderson and Harris near side. McKelvey and Blackshear far side. Shotgun Brickner, 1st and 10 at their own 42 for Beaver Falls. They attack the end zone to our right. Trail it by 1. It's 7-6 for late 3rd quarter. Snap, Brickner looks, slings it far side. Blackshear the catch. Blackshear sheds a block. Michael Blackshear slips inside the 30-yard line at the Lancers 27. He is slow to get up. In an official's timeout, he slipped on his own right around that area. Hopefully just a cramp. 1 play, and they get inside the Neshannock. They're going to mark him officially at the 30. Let's see where they're going to mark him at the 32, it looks like. I thought he got inside the 30 for sure. And he's laying right around the 25. If you're watching, you can see on the screen there. Scores scrolling as well on our Newcastle Transit out-of-town scoreboard update. Let's see where they officially spot this ball, which they have yet to do. They'll take it down to the 26-yard line.
I was wondering with Blackshear, it was a beautiful slant over the middle, and it seemed like it was Larry Fitzgerald-like running right down the middle of the field.
It's a 32-yard gain. It's his first catch of the night, and they hand it off on first down. It's Buford on the carry for Beaver Falls. Getting tackled after a short gain. 1 yard gain that time. Shotgun for Brickner on 2nd and 8. Gets the snap, gonna throw near side, in and out of the hands of Pugh, and incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Nearly ended up in the hands of Dom Cubelli off the deflection. Looking for Gary Pugh over the middle. Once again, that quick slant is working for Beaver Falls as they're going into the middle of the field on those slants.
Pugh, the transfer from New Brighton after last season. One of the fastest runners in all of Lawrence County. Shotgun snap for Brickner on 3rd down. Big 3rd down for Neshannock. Brickner rolls out, fires near side, and is tipped and knocked away by Anthony Bonner to bring up 4th down. So again, the Neshannock defense comes up with a stop. Let's see what Beaver Falls does. Again, no man land for Tony. They don't have a kicking game, so they will go for it here on 4th and 8.
Boy, Bonner able to get that paw up on the ball as it was a in route towards the sideline for Beaver Falls that he read perfectly.
All the Beaver Falls skill players have the wristband with the plays on it, so they can easily call it out. Brickner going to roll. We got to stop here. Nick Nardone's going to call a timeout. First timeout call to the half. That'll be our first Pontius Insurance timeout of the half. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance. Visit pontiusinsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. A couple things to think about here if you're Neshannock. Number one, Beaver Falls is basically telling you they don't think you can move the football. So they are going to go for it. At this stage of the field, they're going to go for it anyway because, again, they don't have the kicking game. So they're basically saying, if we don't get this, we trust that our defense is going to come up with a stop because your offense has been able to do nothing in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it really is true for it with it. Neshannock at times, they've had prime field positions and they've squandered it. As much as we say Beaver Falls should have already been ahead of this game, Neshannock probably should have a few more points on the board than 7.
4th down and 8 from the 25. Brickner in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 left. Snap, Brickner going to roll out near side, gets set, fire, passes, intercepted on the near, they're going to say incomplete. But again, Bonner got underneath that one and tried to pick it off. But again, the Neshannock defense comes up with yet another stop. And they will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, hanging on to a 1-point lead with 1:09 to go in the 3rd quarter.
They're living vicariously off of that touchdown from way back in the 1st quarter right now. Bonner coming up huge in the last 2 plays with a pass breakup and then nearly an interception. He would have been blown dead because he was on the ground trying to go for that ball anyway.
1st and 10 for Neshannock. 1:09 to go. 75 yards in front of him. 1-point lead. 3 to the right, 2 left. Mazzocco retreating. Gets away from the pressure. Flings it near side. Catch is made by Eakin. 35, 40, 45. Pushed out of bounds by Anderson. And a flag for a personal foul on Deshaun Anderson is going to add 15 more to the play. Would have been a 1st down anyway. Good catch and run by Eakin coming across the formation, and Anderson just a little too aggressive when they got near the sideline.
What a play by Eakin, and really that personal foul was set up by his tightrope job coming down the left sideline. It looked like he almost stepped out, but he managed to keep his balance, keep himself inside. Then when he finally did step out, Anderson just caught up in the rapture. It's
going to go as a 25-yard gain and add 15 to it. Takes it down to the 39, handoff. No, rather Mazzocco keeps up the middle, and he's popped in the middle by big Samari McCoy, but a good run on first down for Gino to keep ahead of the sticks here. 3-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 7. Second and 8, 37-yard line, 2 near side. Again, a high snap. Mazzocco is going to get sacked back at the 45. Kenny Jewell III gets in there on another high snap. Mazzocco didn't have any time to react. They were having all kinds of problems with that snap, and Mazzocco is fuming mad right now about this. That is Gino Mazzocco who is upset with it as the game clock will wind down. And that is how we will end the third quarter. An 8-yard loss on second down will bring up 3rd and 15 when we come back. 1-point lead for Neshannock. This is the WPIL Class 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
BMF Tax and Financial provides businesses and individual tax prep, advising, and consulting. With over 10 years of experience, BMF Tax provides you with big firm expertise with small firm service.
I'm Brandon Fisher, owner of BMF Tax and Financial. Together, we will help you get a better understanding of your taxes and build a relationship along the way. At BMF Tax, I want to take the stress away from taxes and allow you to focus on what you do best.
Call or visit bmftax.com to set up a free consultation. BMF Tax and Financial. Taxes made simple, life made easy. Congratulations to our October LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor the Mohawk Girls Cross Country Team as October's LCAP Team of the Month. The seniors went 45-0 in their career, capped off with their 2nd WPIAL championship. Congratulations to Coach Dave Bradle and the WPIAL champion Mohawk Girls Cross Country Team, our October LCAP Team of the Month.
Start of the fourth quarter, and Eakin takes off on 3rd and 15, and he's going to get the first down, driven out of bounds over on the Beaver Falls sideline. Excellent job running out to the left side on 3rd and 15, and a huge conversion for this Neshannock offense, which finally gets into the gear on a big 3rd down. Takes it all the way down to the 24. 20-yard gain for Eakin. That was a must-have on 3rd and 15. See if they can keep the snap in order. Mazzocco gets it. No, he keeps. And this Beaver Falls defense is all over him. Rawl and Jacob Jessamine, Damian Lee, get in there on first down. That's going to back them up 5 and bring up 2nd and long.
Rare double no-go for a team on an option play as Mazzocco was stopped in his tracks, and so was Eakin, so it's a loss either way.
4-yard loss, officially 2nd and 14 from the 28. Mazzocco under pressure again. Kenny Jewell is there one more time, along with Dominius Sims, and another sack on Mazzocco on 2nd and long. It's going to bring up 3rd and long with 11:07 to go in the game. And it looks like Sims is hurt for Beaver Falls. He has been a big cog for this Beaver Falls team. He was originally listed at number 5 this season and expected to be in the run game or play a little bit of tight end, extra blocker. They had to move him to the line because of all the injuries they had early in the season, and he has responded and become actually one of their best defenders. 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss coming into the game tonight. Starts at right guard for him. That's another 4-yard loss from Mazzocco. Mazzocco's last 8 carries, negative yardage on 6 of them. So after the big conversion by Eakin on the last 3rd down, they're going to have to come up with it again here on 3rd and 18 as they tend to Domino Sims. And he is able to get up and hopefully walk off under his own power once they get under it. We have an out-of-town scoreboard update from the Newcastle Transit Authority in 2A. Mohawk has a touchdown pass, got a touchdown pass. They now lead Amani Christian 10-6. That is in the mid-third. Keep an eye on that game. Union Clareton's a tight one right now. Here we have 3rd and 18 from the 32. Mazzocco the snap. Going to roll out near side. Look, they need it. Mazzocco flings it. End zone. Cubelis jumps. High points the ball. He comes down with it at the goal line. Touchdown to Neshannock. What a throw and catch from Gino Mazzocco to Dom Cubelis. We got a flag on the play and an injured Beaver Falls player. For the moment, a touchdown. What a throw on 3rd and 18. 32 yards and a strike from the sophomore.
Unreal by Mazzocco going up and getting it. What a play.
I don't know how Cubelis came down with that in double coverage, but he high-pointed that ball and took it away. And Mazzocco doing enough to keep it alive, scrambling out of the pocket. They tended the injured Beaver Falls player down on the field. 10:54 to go in the contest.
I don't know how either, because it looked like it was going to be jarred out. And then Cubelis, strong hands, able to wrestle that one in. That's a combat catch if you ever seen it, and that's a Moss if you've never seen one before. I think that's your play of the game right now.
As it stands, 2 monster conversions on 3rd down. This is a Neshannock team this season that, coming into play tonight, was converting 29% of 3rd down. You can throw that stat out on the side of the road right now, because the only 2 third downs that matter, the last 2 they just converted. Third and 15 and 3rd and 18 on that drive. And a huge point after attempt here for DeVivo, because Neshannock would then go back up by 8. Of course, Beaver Falls, 4th quarter, 8-point game. Where have we seen this before? The penalty is after the play. So DeVivo's going to have to attempt. They're actually going to go for 2 out of his range, you would assume. Argiro, double pass, throws to the end zone. This is going to get picked off. It is. So Beaver Falls thwarts the 2-point try. They are out of DeVivo range, so they go for the 2. And Beaver Falls picks it off, so it's going to stay at 13-6 with 10:54 to go. A touchdown advantage for Neshannock. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching and listening to the WPIL 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
After 2 shoulder surgeries, my doctor wanted me to go to his physical therapy, which was out of town, and I chose Washington Center Physical Therapy.
The availability is absolutely amazing. When we call to get an athlete in, we get them in the exact same day.
I see many patients preoperatively for orthopedic surgeries. Those patients who use Washington Center have the best outcomes.
The bottom line is Washington Center Physical Therapy is your best choice for physical therapy.
Call us at Washington Center Physical Therapy, serving the community for over 20 years.
If you missed that touchdown pass from Gino Mazzocco to Dom Cubelis, you make sure you stick around later on. We'll have that play up. There is a play of the game nominee if I ever saw one. 13-6. Neshannock in front of Beaver Falls after that touchdown pass. 2 third down conversions for this Lancers offense to keep that drive alive. Returnable kick by Blackshear. And he is across the 25 to the 26-yard line, and that is where Beaver Falls will put it into play. 13-6. Neshannock in front with 10:48 to go. Now they got the celebration penalty, so they did not attempt the point after kick. They went for two. Good draw up of the play, double pass. But now that makes it just a 7-point game, and you know that Beaver Falls is going to have to go for two to tie it anyway. So actually, two would win it if they get a touchdown and the score holds. So dangerous miss on the conversion by Neshannock. Let's see how it plays out. They hand it off. Raw, big room for Bricks. Raw pounding through everybody and carries it into Neshannock territory all the way down to the 46-yard line.
Bricks Raw with a simple slam to the right end. Managed to get open into that seam, and what a power through on that hit stick.
30-yard run for Raw, his biggest carry of the night. Keep it on the ground, Buford, and he is going to pick his way through on first down. Good gain down across the 45 to the 43-yard line, 3-yard pickup. Raw has been quiet. He's got runs of 20 and 30 tonight for all of his yardage. 2 plays, Beaver Falls right back in Neshannock territory. Shotgun for Brickner. He's got a receiver each way. Back is Buford. Snap. Brickner looks, throws right. Pass dropped on the far side, in and out of the hands. Anderson had his hands on it and couldn't hang on to it. We got another injured Beaver Falls player on the field, and this is Denari Harris. They are cramping up big time on what is a chilly night. Temperature dropping as the game's gone on. Mohawk has scored another touchdown, so they now have a 17-6 lead on Amani Christian.
Steel Valley, off a 43-yard touchdown run from Donald Barksdale, has a 21-12 lead with 3:32 remaining in the third.
So Harris getting looked at. How about that last drive? Joseph's Marketplace drive summary. Touchdown pass on third down from Gino Mazzacco to Dom Cubelis. Specials daily at the New Cafe and Bakery. Follow them on Facebook to see what's cooking today. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915. Harris jogs off the field. Beaver Falls offense comes back on the field, down by 7 and 9:47, which tonight seems like an eternity in what's been a great battle between these two conference rivals, trying to survive and advance in the WPIL 2A quarterfinals. Number 2 seed Neshannock hanging on by a 7-point margin. Shotgun for Brickner on 3rd and 6. As receivers each way, Buford in the backfield, snap, handoff, Italian up the middle, Argiro meets him, and he's going to be short of the first down. However, they will go for it here with 9:44 to go in the game. Good run by Beaufort, a 4-yard run. He has had a monster night tonight, 22 carries on the night. 4th down and 2 from the 38. Shotgun for Brickner, receiver each way. They hand it off. The Italian Beaufort up the middle, and he's got the first down to the Neshannock 35-yard line. He needed 2, he got 3, and a first down for the Tigers.
It's elementary with Buford. Just hand it off to him and tell him to slam up the middle and pick up that first down.
1st and 10 from the Lancers 35-yard line. 9:07 to go. Great one here from Bob Legge Stadium in this quarterfinal round. Brickner out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Snap, looks right, flings it that way. Pass caught on the far side. by Anderson, and then Huff is going to slam him to the turf on the far side, but a good pitch and catch on first down to the 30. They'll actually give him to the 29, so it's a 6-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
And off up the middle for Rawls.
That is Rawl again, and he gets the first down inside the 20 to the 19. 10-yard gain on 2nd and 4, and this offense of Beaver Falls continues to move the football with relative ease here to respond to the touchdown. They go hurry up. They can't get the substitution out. There's going to be a flag on Neshannock as Rawls will step through the defense. They tried to substitute out Cadence Carter, and he could not get out on the field in time. So the penalty is going to be on Neshannock.
There was a man leaving that wasn't able to make it as well. Carter made his way on. There was a man that couldn't get off. Carter was really huffing it right there. He would have been behind the play regardless. It would have been offsides. I think they're questioning if there was an ability for them to substitute in that situation.
Brady Montgomery will come off now. We'll get the call here, and it is an illegal substitution on Neshannock. So it's going to be a first down either way. Rawl had the first down regardless. Or rather, I'm sorry, they get the 5-yard penalty to bring up 1st and 5. Third penalty on Neshannock in this contest. 1st and 5 from the 14. Brickner shotgun, handoff Rawl, right side, picking his way, lost the football, and Beaver Falls is going to recover. Almost. Beauford is the one that stepped on that one or was able to corral that one. That is the 7th fumble. And this is 6th fumble in this game by Beaver Falls. Lost 3, they recovered 3. Snap, handoff, Buford. And he gets inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line.
I think that's been eight nearly lost ball situations up there.
3rd and 3, handoff. Buford to the outside, first down Beaver Falls. Angled himself towards that sideline. And he is tackled over on that far side. That was Ashton Allison, I believe, on the stop. But a first down for Beaver Falls. They're inside the red zone. Make sure you visit the red zone in downtown Newcastle for all your county sporting good apparel needs. 6.5 to go. Handoff. Buford again, picking his way, and stood up near the right hash and pushed backwards from the 9. He has just had a fantastic night running the football. That's his 25th carry here tonight. 130 yards for the talented senior. We got a timeout called by Neshannock with 6:15 to go in this contest. That timeout brought to you by Pontius Insurance. Call Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddens to get started today. Make sure you take the time to save money on your insurance. Visit Pontius Insurance to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. 6:15 to go, 4th quarter. And we've had a good one for you here as Beaver Falls drives. They're down by 7.
Yeah, they've been able to get it done with the running game. Bricks Rawls has come up huge on this drive for Beaver Falls, but Italian Buford's not to be denied as well, and he has the touchdown for Beaver Falls, and you have to imagine that his pause will be all over this next one. Emma Rawls.
Yeah, Rawls played pretty well here of late. He's got runs of 20, 30, and 10 tonight. He has picked them up in chunks, but it's been Buford's night carrying the football. Rawl is in the backfield next to Brickner. Standing to his right, he's got a receiver each way. Shotgun on 2nd and 7. Snap to Brickner hands off Raw. Lost the football again. And Brickner is able to pounce on that. That was ripped out of his hands by one of the big fellas in the middle. DeSanti, I believe, stripped him. And it brings up 3rd and 11. A loss of 4 for Raw that time. It's actually going to go as a team rush for -4 because of the fumble. 3rd and 11, a must touchdown drive for Beaver Falls. 5:38 to go from the 11, and Nick Nardone's going to call a Pontius Insurance timeout. Visit pontiusinsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance today. And don't forget to stick around after the game. We'll have our post-game show for you. We will give out the MVP Insurance Player of the Game and the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. That will all come your way in our post-game show after this one is over in the next 5:35, maybe in the next 5:35.
Not to jinx us, but this game is certainly deserving of that.
I think for sure we know what our play of the game is going to be.
No doubt. I think I got a good running on who's the player of the game as well.
A lot left to be done here in the next 5.5 minutes. How's the final chapter of this game going to play out? Might we come down to a 2-point conversion between these two again? Brickner in the shotgun. 3rd and 11 from the Neshannock 11-yard line. Man in motion. They give it. No, they fake it to Anderson. Brickner looks. He lobs it. It's incomplete. It's 4th down. Looking for the corner, and he kind of short-armed that pass a little bit. That was Kenny Jewell who was in the area, and that's going to bring up 4th and 11. Brickner is just 5 of 13 passing here tonight. Defense from Neshannock asks the crowd to amp it up. 5:29 and perhaps the ball game here with 4th and 11 from the Neshannock 11-yard line. Brickner shotgun, Raw the back. McKelvey and Buford are on the near side of the formation. Anderson on the far side. He comes in motion towards us. Brickner to throw it. Pressure. He throws it. Anderson the catch. He's got nowhere to go. We got a flag down. Anderson's dragged down and stopped at the 6. Flag thrown right near the 6. And for a moment, it's another stand for this Neshannock defense, but hold on. Flag is on Beaver Falls. It's going to be a turnover on downs and a Neshannock ball with 5:19 to go. And we are going to get a signal here finally. It is a block in the back, or I guess you want to call it offensive pass interference is actually what it was, on Beaver Falls. So that'll go as a turnover on downs for Neshannock. A change of possession brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions at MadurBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. My goodness.
Beaver Falls is just going to kick themselves if this game gets away from them.
They declined the penalty because they stopped them on 4th down. So Neshannock takes over 1st and 10 from its own 6 with 5:19 to go. Beaver Falls has 1 timeout left. Neshannock has 2, a 7-point lead, backed up. Got to get first downs if you're the Lancers. You cannot go in reverse. Right now, Mazzocco in the shotgun. Going to take off and run up the middle. Follows his blocks. Gets a nice one initially from the interior of that line. Baranasi. 3-yard gain from Mazzocco that time. 2nd down and 7.
And talking about the interior of that Neshannock line, that's what's going to take them home here tonight. It's going to be plunges up the middle. You're trying to get first downs. You're trying to take the will out of the Tigers.
Post-game show comes your way next. Give About our awards, final stats, 4:48 to go. 2nd and 7 from the 8. Mazzocco in the shotgun. He's got two backs with him. Bonner comes out on a wing near side. Handoff. Argyros steps through one defender, keeps the legs working, gets to the 10. It's a 2-yard gain for Argyro. That's going to bring up third down, or rather, third down and 7. Lee and other guys on the stop that time for Beaver Falls. They converted 2 third downs on the last touchdown drive, including the touchdown. Can they get a third down here on 3rd and 6 from the 10? And when this ball is snapped, they'll be under 4 minutes to go. Mazzocco is screaming for the play. He's down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap the ball. Has to snap the ball. Down to 1. They just, and we got a timeout called. They got a timeout called at the very last second to save 5 yards with 3:47 to go in the game. Timeout, Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time to save out, or make sure you take time out to save money on your insurance with Pontius Insurance. 3:47 to go, and Fred Mazzocco and his offense will talk it over.
The timeout had to be taken at -1/10 if you counted it. I didn't think he got it off.
I mean,
Fred
they
Mazzocco.
just got that timeout called. So Mohawk a 17-6 lead on Amani Christian.
Steel Valley currently ahead 21-18, the end of the third. They're in the fourth.
I assume Mohawk would play if they hang on to beat Amani Christian. Southside over Greensburg Central Catholic. Clareton and Union are tied at 6 in the fourth in single A. Third down and 6 from the 10. Mazzocco, hands off. And they're not going to get the first down. There is a flag that comes in near the end of the play as Bonner carried. And we will check the flag. This is huge. And the Neshannock players initially are indicating that this is going to be against Beaver Falls. It is a face mask on Beaver Falls. Now, they did not signal the personal foul variety. Doesn't matter, though. Going to be an auto first down for Neshannock with 3:37 to go. That, for all intent and purposes, it's getting, I mean, I know it's only a 7-point game right now. And you give Bonner the yardage, takes the ball to the 18-yard line. So he got to the 13 on a 3-yard gain. Mazzocco will hand it off. Argyro trying to fight for tough yardage. Really, the yardage, yes, they need first downs, but the yardage almost doesn't matter. They got to keep the clock moving. That's the biggest enemy right now. As Blackshear's in on the stop that time for Argyro, and he's going to lose 2.
Yeah, you're just right now taking it low and slow as much as you can to Neshannock. Beaver Falls, if you manage to stop them on third down, that's where the timeout will come for the Tigers.
2nd and 12 from the 16. With 2:40 to play. Clock running, play clock down to 10. They'll snap this with about 2.5 minutes to go. Still have to run a third down. Frasso in motion. They got too many men in motion. Mazzocco going to get sacked back near the 10. Penalty's going to be on Neshannock anyway. Looked like too many men in motion with 2:28 to go. It's an illegal shift. So they will decline that. Will Beaver Falls. They'll take the loss on the play. It's going to bring up third down and long for the Lancers with 2:25 to go. They can snap this right around 2 minutes. It's a loss of 4. Mazzocco taking his time. They get everybody set. Plays in 3rd and 16 from their own 12. 2:09 to play. Snap, Mazzocco keeps it up the middle, spins around one, gets to 15 on a 3-yard gain that time. And Beaver Falls will, did they call a timeout? Yes, they did. With 2:02 to go and 4th down coming up. Pontius Insurance timeout. Call Agent Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddens to get started today. It'll be Denari Harris, who is back deep to receive the punt.
Nearly broke the game earlier with a 37-yard punt return that was taken back by a block in the back. And this is where you need that one more time from Harris. And this was about as well played by Beaver Falls as they could. They took that face mask penalty, but Neshannock gave it right back with that illegal shift. And now this last timeout effectively behaves as a 2-minute warning.
That is a good point about the clock stoppage. We got a long way to go, and this one's still, I mean, I keep saying that, but, you know, anything can happen with this Beaver Falls offense. They've got the explosives now. They're going to send Deshaun Anderson back for the punt this time, not Harris. And this punt is blocked, and it's a live ball, and it's scooped up by Beaver Falls. Touchdown, Tigers! Michael Blackshear, scoop and score! And they are a point after away from tying this up, or a 2-point try to take the lead with 1:57 to go.
Oh my goodness. The twists and turns of this game continues. A punt block could be the deciding factor. Wow. I'm absolutely stunned.
There is another injured Tigers player on the field, so they'll bring the special teams unit off for a moment. And that injured player is Brooks Raw, so he is okay. That's good to see because they may need him here to grind this one out. Special teams for the Tigers. Their offense has stalled. They have fumbled the ball numerous times tonight, lost 3 of them. Dominated this game statistically. Turned the ball over on the Neshannock 5 on downs. And now, I mean, you do not dare try to kick this extra point, do you?
A 2-point conversion once again may be the decider. We go at it one more time here.
They will line up for 2. Here we go. Anderson will be the quarterback. Actually, they're going to go Wildcat with Buford. Not sure really who's going to carry. They line it up. Actually, it's going to be Anderson who'll be the quarterback. Buford in the backfield. No, it is Buford. He carries up the middle. Buford, right side. He's in for the 2-point conversion. And Beaver Falls has taken the lead 14-13 with 1:57 to go.
It's got to be poetry, justice, whatever you want to say, for Beaver Falls. Denied a victory against Neshannock in September on a failed 2-point conversion in overtime. Wildcat quarterback Buford takes the run. Oh my goodness, what a game. What a game. From exile to exhilaration for Beaver Falls.
Still 1:57 to go. So Neshannock, and they will have 1 timeout. Beaver Falls is out of timeouts. But the inability of Neshannock to move the ball outside that touchdown drive to take the lead, or rather to extend the lead, they converted those 2 third downs. This return is going to be big. They got to get a big return on this kickoff. Nate Toney will kick it away. How about that? Stop by Anthony Bonner in the regular season. And you could just see the excitement in that Beaver Falls team when they signaled that Buford was in. Toney will pop it up. And And it is caught. It is returnable. Here we go. Up to across the 40 is where Neshannock will start. That is Eakin who has the return. So a good return on the short kick. 1:53 to go. And keep in mind, Carter DeVivo this season is been pretty good on extra points. He is 0 for 1 on field goal attempts this season. Mazzocco will lead the offense back out in the field. One timeout for Neshannock. 1:53 to go. Got to go 57 yards to win the ball game and advance to the 2A semifinals next week. Mazzocco, pressure. Mazzocco around the edge. Nowhere to go. And it is Buford who is in there on the stop along with Kenny Jewell. They cannot block all of these playmakers in this speed for Beaver Falls. The clock ticks to 1:39. They hurry up. It's a 5-yard loss. A lot of time coming off the clock before they can snap this ball. They get everybody set. Shotgun low snap. Mazzocco flips the ball in his hands, looks, has time, trying to extend the play. Going to have to throw it out of bounds. Nobody in the area with 1:18 to go. It's going to be 3rd and 15.
It was outside the tackle box as well, so that's going to be no intentional.
1:17 to play. And putting all that pressure on this Neshannock offense to have to hurry up and move the football. It's 3rd and 15 from their own 38 with 1:17 to go. Mazzocco calling out the play. He has had all kinds of trouble communicating the play calls tonight. Low snap. Looks to pass, steps up, nowhere to go. Mazzocco stripped from behind. Beaver Falls recovers it. Kenny Jewell comes up with the recovery, and the Tigers are 109 away from advancing to the semifinals for the 4th consecutive season.
Wow. A stunning turn of events here at Neshannock. Absolutely stunning.
Kenny Jewell has had himself a second half defensively to remember, and he comes up with the biggest fumble recovery of the season for this Beaver Falls defense with 69 seconds to go and a 1-point lead on the road. Neshannock can stop it one time. They have one timeout. Beaver Falls has to essentially run one play, and that's it. Brickner under center will take the knee. There's the timeout called by Fred Mazzocco and Neshannock. That's going to be it. They're out of timeouts with 1:07 to go.
Beaver Falls was the anecdote in that September loss. Their offense hadn't had that little production. 115 yards total. Once again, the defense for Beaver Falls shuts them down. And at the biggest moment, they got the biggest plays of the game. The punt block and the sack fumble recovery. For the team that fumbled away the ball the most tonight, they got the biggest fumble recovery of the night and the biggest play on special teams. It was negated earlier. They got it again. This time they made no mistakes. Unbelievable.
Beaver Falls will have to kneel on it a couple more times, but Neshannock is out of timeouts. The 9-game winning streak is going to come to an end. The season is going to come to an end. For this Neshannock team, conference champions in the MAC as Brickner goes forward to the 41. Gets to that time. We're under a minute to go. And this resilient Beaver Falls team will head back to the WPIL semifinals for a 4th consecutive season. Trying to get back to a 4th 2A title game and maybe get one. And who knows beyond as Brickner kneels down. They will not have to run another play, and this is over. Beaver Falls stuns Neshannock. The 2 seed is out, and their season is over at 9-2. Beaver Falls goes to 7-5 and off to the semifinals in the 2A tournament with a 14-13 stunner on a 2-point conversion to win it and advance. Postgame show comes your way next. Ty will take you home from here. We'll have our player of the game and our MVP insurance, or Maley Chiropractic MVP of the game. That all comes your way next. Beaver Falls wins at 14-13. You've been watching the 2A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
BMF Tax and Financial provides businesses and individual tax prep, advising, and consulting. With over 10 years of experience, BMF Tax provides you with big firm expertise with small firm service.
I'm Brandon Fisher, owner of BMF Tax and Financial. Together, we will help you get a better understanding of your taxes and build a relationship along the way. At BMF Tax, I want to take the stress away from taxes and allow you to focus on what you do best.
Call or visit bmftax.com to set up a free consultation. BMF Tax and Financial. Taxes made simple, life made easy.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapy. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Newbie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
And welcome back to the Lawrence County SportsNet coverage of the WPIAL 2A quarterfinals from Neshannock. And a tough one here as the final score, Beaver Falls 14, Neshannock 13. Neshannock ends the season 9-2. And Beaver Falls advances to 7-5. They advance to the semifinals for the 4th season in a row. Our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Kenny Jewell of Beaver Falls. The Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Kenny Jewell for tonight's Play of the Game. He will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may be featured on the Trip Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Kenny Jewell for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game, as he got the sack fumble that finished off the season for Neshannock. The MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game Award to Gino Mazzacco of Neshannock. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor him as tonight's MVP of the game with 2 touchdowns for the Lancers. He will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Gino Mazzacco for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win. Quick summary of our scoring drives here. At 3:20 in the first, Gino Mazzacco, a 15-yard pass to Bobby Frasso. Carter DeVivo kicks 7-0 Neshannock. In the third quarter, D'Italian Buford, a 3-yard run. His run for the extra point fails, 7-6 Neshannock. Then with 10:54 in the fourth, Gino Mazzacco, a 32-yard pass to Dom Cubelis. Pass after the extra point was moved back due to an unsportsmanlike conduct, fails, 13-6 Neshannock. Then with a minute 57 remaining in the fourth, a punt block was recovered in the end zone by Michael Blackshear. Then Buford in a wildcat run converts. Beaver Falls 14, Neshannock 13. And that is our final score here tonight from Neshannock High School. Thank you so much for tuning in on the Lawrence County SportsNet and on the NFHS network for video, Lawrence County SportsNet for audio. And once again, our final score, Beaver Falls 14, Neshannock 13. Beaver Falls advances to their 4th straight semifinal, and Neshannock's 9-game winning streak comes to an end in the WPIAL 2A quarterfinals. That's all for us tonight here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Congratulations on a great season for the Neshannock Lancers, and best of luck to the seniors in the future for the Lancers as we bid you good night from Neshannock High School.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.